Welcome to NKTelco Sports. We are here at Wapakoneta High School to bring you the high school boys tournament basketball action where the St. Henry Redskins take on the Minster Wildcats. Tonight's game sponsored by Minster Bank, Schruderman Pharmacy, Keyhole Pizza, New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental Care, Hometown Opportunity, Francis Furniture, Wilson Health, Precision Strip, Winners Meats, NKTelco, NKT.TV, BowlerStore.com, Carriage Works, Cy Schruderman Incorporated, Fowler's TV, Hoagie Plumbing and Heating, PSG Automotive Outfitters, and First National Bank. I'd like to welcome you to Wapakoneta High School along with Jeff Henson. I'm Dave Kanapke. District semifinal between the St. Henry Redskins and the Minster Wildcats. Minster 16-7. They're coming. They get advanced here off a win over Fort Recovery. Playing some very good ball.
They are, Dave. They've won 6 of 7. That qualifies them now for their 3rd straight district tournament appearance. Last winning it in 2011. They had a big win by 7 points over Fort Recovery. Shot the 3-ball again very well against the Indians. They're tall and experienced. They have start 5 seniors, 3 of which are 3-year starters. So a lot of veteran leadership and a group of kids that have known this feeling. And they shoot a lot of threes, and that's going to be a key to their game. And they shoot at a high percentage as well. So a very critical offense, and they got a big guy inside in Schulte that does a lot of damage on the interior.
St. Henry, the MAC champions this year, 20-3, 8-1 in the MAC. They've won 12 in a row. It's their 8th straight year in district. The last time they advanced was in 2012. They're coming off a 17-point win over Ada. Had a little bit of trouble, but they won. Not a flashy team. They seem to have different players step up. A lot of seniors as well. Caden Niecamp's their leading scorer at 13. Zach Niekamp, 11. Jay Kanapke's their defensive stopper. He's a guard that leads the team in rebounds. Also Ethan Teeman at 9 points a game. These two teams played just over 2 weeks ago. It was a 2-point game. St. Henry won over Minster. Should be a great one. We'll be right back here on NKTelco Sports.
Hoagie Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Here's the thing. If you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Cy Schruderman Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root deeper, that are more resilient to the elements, that enable longer growing seasons, and can produce higher results in the fields and in your pocket. Trust CSI, your drainage experts since 1946.
At CAPT, we use Hometown Opportunity to make sure that when we have a position open within the facility, it gets put on the website.
We've really been excited to see how that has grown so much over the last several years.
If anyone is looking for a job, it's the best place to go.
We really want to do whatever we can to get folks that are from this community back to this area.
I would recommend any manufacturing company that they take a look at it. It's a very good benefit for companies at no cost.
Welcome back. We're getting ready for what could be a really good district here. First game here is Minster and St. Henry. Winner will play the winner of the second game is Marion Local and Perry. These two teams have met in this district semifinal 3 of the last 4 years. And overall, last several years, St. Henry's dominated the series.
They have. They've won 10 of the last 11. And although the Wildcats have battled here recently, the last 2 losses have been by 2 points and 3 points. So But still, right now, the Redskins dominating this matchup with the Redskins over the past 11 matchups.
Regular season game was played just 2.5 weeks ago on February 15th. It was a very good game. St. Henry won 54-52. Great game. There was 10 lead changes in the third quarter alone. Some high scorers in that game for each team.
Zach Niekamp had 11. Cade Niekamp also 11. And Jay Kanapke with 10. So 3 Redskins in double figures. Schulte for Minster, 20 points, 8 rebounds. Heibrink at 14. And Salazar, kind of that wild card, only 7. He's our leading three-point shooter on the team. As a team, Minster only 5 of 15 for that night. They shoot a very high percentage at 37% on the season due to the Wildcats. But what a heck of a game. 10 lead changes alone let you know just what kind of back and forth action it was.
A lot of seniors on both teams. St. Henry has 5 seniors, 4 of them start. Minster has 6 seniors, 5 of them start. So these seniors have been playing each other 5-6 years. If you go back all the years to junior high.
All the way back 7th grade, I'm sure, and have played well, against each other often. And what more could you ask for? I mean, this is probably what they had penciled into their mind when they saw the tournament draw. Take care of business, do the higher seeds, win and move on, and look forward to this matchup.
Speaking of matchups, one of the interesting matchups is 2 of the bigger centers of these 2 teams. You have, for Minster, you have Jared Schulte, 6'9", big guy underneath, and underneath for St. Henry, you have 6'6", Caden Niekamp.
Yeah, not too often will you see that kind of size, if you will, going against each other. Plus the supporting cast, a lot of size on the supporting roles as well. So both Schulte, he's the head of the snake for the offense, and Niekamp's been very solid for the Redskins. Leading scorer for the Redskins is Niekamp at just under 13 points a game. So, those are 2 guys that you want to see go at it. You'll have to avoid foul trouble, so you have to use your head, not play too physically, pick up some cheap ones, but definitely 2 of the bigger guys, 2 of the better big men maybe in the league.
So they announced the non-starters for Minster, the St. Henry ones as well. Both of these teams playing the best basketball at this time of the season. Minster has won 6 of the last 7. Their only loss was to that St. Henry 2.5 weeks ago by 2. And then St. Henry has won 12 in a row.
And they've won 12 now. They didn't look maybe 100% crisp in their sectional finals game against Ada, but give the Ada Bulldogs a lot of credit. They played very well against the Redskins, made them work, and it was a single-digit margin there for a long time until St. Henry pulled away. But we'll have to play, I won't say sharper, but just maybe make sure they dot all the I's and cross all the T's, because Minster doesn't offer a lot of weaknesses that you can maybe give them up early in the game and recover. So both teams were tested in the sectional finals.
Here's the starting lineups. For the Wildcats, number 0, 6'6" senior Cody Frericks. 2nd year in a row he's led the MAC in rebounding. And for the Redskins, number 1, Zach Niekamp, a 6'1" senior. 1st team MAC, averages just under 11 points a game. The Wildcats, number 2, Jack Heibrink. He's been a hot scorer of them of late. 2nd team MAC, 6'4" senior. For the Redskins, number 2, Jay Kanapke, a 6'3" senior, also 1st team MAC. Wildcats, number 4, Noah Enneking, 6'1" senior, averages 5 points a game. For the Redskins, number 10, Ben Evers, 5'11" junior, honorable mention MAC. The Wildcats, their point guard, Mike Kettner, 1st team MAC, 2nd year in a row, a 6' senior. For the Redskins, number 32, Ethan Tiemann, 2nd team MAC. And the big guy in the middle for the Wildcats, number 50, Jared Schulte, 6'9" senior, 2nd team, or 1st team MAC. And big guy for the Redskins, number 40, Caden Niekamp, 6'6" senior, also 1st team MAC. Head coach is Michael McClurg in his 3rd year for Minster, and for St. Henry, Eric Rosenbeck in his 10th year at St. Henry. And Jeff, while we got a minute, let's quickly do our keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza.
Well, first we'll start off with the Minster Wildcats. 3-point shooting, they shoot 37% on the season, need to get that accuracy dialed in early. Avoid foul trouble. Schulte spent a lot of time on the bench against Fort Recovery, need to keep him on the court. And win the 50-50 balls. That might be the only difference tonight. These teams are very evenly matched. loose balls, you got to come up with them and don't give the Redskins extra looks. For St. Henry, rebounding will be key. Minster offers a lot of rebounding threats. You mentioned Heitbrink, Frericks, the leading rebounder. They also need to hit some threes. Not a great percentage. They shoot a lot, not a great percentage, and they have to also control Minster's big man, number 50, Jared Scholze. Don't let him get dominating and run through, or let the offense run through him. So should be a good matchup here between two very high-quality teams.
Those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. As Kettner drives the hole, ball is tipped away.
First turnover of the game.
St. Henry, the number 1 seed, MAC champions at 20-3, have won 12 in a row. Their first opportunity on offense. Ben Evers is their point guard. They kick it in the corner. Zach Niekamp with the 3 and nails it.
30% three-point shooter on the season is Zach Niekamp, and good start following that. We'll call it a turnover on the Kettner drive ball tip before he really got a shot off.
First is the basketball. The Wildcats, the number 3 seed, 16-7, third place in the MAC. Start 5 seniors. Scholze against Niekamp. There's a matchup to watch. It's too strong on the bank. Zach Niekamp with a rebound. Zach Niekamp gets the ball back. Over to Ethan Tiemann to Evers. Man-to-man defense by the Wildcats. They will play some 1-3-1. Niekamp, Caden Niekamp, shot too strong, rebound Frericks. Kettner gets to the big fella underneath. He'll kick it out to Enneking. Back down to Scholze. Baby hook off the side. Rebound Redskins.
Looked like maybe a little bit of contact, but not enough to draw the foul. 0 for 2 for Scholze here to start, or for Scholze to start the ball game.
All the way in the corner. Do a 3. That it was rebounds. Wildcats Kettner to the lane, puts one up. Long rebound is controlled by St. Henry. Both teams have only had one opportunity each possession so far.
Yeah, no offensive rebounding, which is key, and that'll be those plays that you look back on as there's a St. Henry's first turnover.
Tip and steal by Kettner. He is fouled on his way to the basket. Kettner, a good foul shooter, will shoot 2.
Well, Kettner 3 times already this game he's driven to the basket. First time had it knocked away before he got a shot off. Second time he missed the shot. Third time he draws a foul against St. Henry's number 10, Ben Evers.
Hits the first. 2-time first team MAC. Shoots just over 77% on the season. 3-year starter at point guard for Coach McClurg. And he hits a pair. 3-2 St. Henry in our First National Bank scoreboard. First National Bank, think first. Down low to Niekamp. That's tipped around. Enneking comes up with the rebound.
Again, solid job by the Wildcats, limiting just the 1 attempt.
Corner 3, Enneking. Too strong, Evers chases it down. Pushes it ahead to Tiemann. Tiemann drives. Kick it back, Evers with a 3. In and out. Ball goes out of bounds. It will go to the Wildcats.
Shooting right now, percentages both very low. Just the 1 field goal made by Zach Niekamp, the opening shot of the game. Since that time, everyone has missed. Minster 0 for 4. And St. Henry right now 1 of 5.
Number 11, Riley Link in the game, and also number 44, Matt Berkey in for St. Henry. Berkey just a freshman. He's matched up on Scholze right now. Looking to Scholze again, now against Berkey. Turnaround, draws the foul.
Well, a tough break. Scholze, same thing he did when Niekamp was on him, kind of muscled around and came up unsuccessful. That time I thought Berkey did his best job to kind of stay vertical. And granted, Scholze turned into him, but boy, Berkey, I felt just basically standing straight up, but gets called for his first foul.
Scholze hits the first for a big guy, also a very good foul shooter.
He's shooting free throws very well. 76, almost given 77%. And like I said, a guy that probably gets a lot of attempts. A key feature to have that teams don't want to just put you on the line, that they have to defend you. And when needed be, though. He's been good on the line. Minster 4 for 4 from the line to open it up.
Take the lead 4-3 in our First National Bank scoreboard. Berkey underneath, kicks it to Link. Link will drive, gives it to Andrew Lange, who just checked in, a 6-foot junior. Link, a junior, now to Kanapke. 4:25 to go here, first quarter, low scoring so far. This district semi at Wapakoneta High School. Into the corner, Zach Niekamp misses the three. Rebound underneath, a foul on Lange of St. Henry.
Another long distance shot for the Redskins, another miss. Good check out by the Wildcats, and picking up the first foul is Andrew Lange, and the team's third.
St. Henry's probably a little deeper than Minster. St. Henry normally plays 9 in the rotation. Minster will start with 7, will go to 8 or 9 if needed. And there's a turnover, goes out of bounds.
Minster's second turnover of the game, just through the hands.
St. Henry 20-3, their 18th straight winning season. As a program, St. Henry has had winning seasons 55 of the last 56 years. Unbelievable.
That's almost, I don't know if another school can say that. 56 years they've had a basketball team, and all but one they've been basically above 500. So no disrespect, but I'd hate to be the class that didn't finish above 500, but still a fine program at St. Henry year in, year out.
Lange shot too strong. It'll be Wildcat basketball. A three-pointer by Zach Niekamp for St. Henry and 4 free throws for Minster so far. More than halfway through this first quarter. Hybring gives it up to Schultze. As Frericks is on the low post now. Salazar into the game, almost loses it. Hybring's able to save it. Back to Salazar, very good three-point shooter, junior. Spin move and a runner. Too strong, rebound by Frericks. He'll go up, and there's a foul on the rebound as Schultze hits the floor. Boy. Foul on Tiemann.
Good look there by the Wildcats, and Schultze went up and someone undercut him. Not really undercut him, but he was up, he just backed under him, and picking up the foul against St. Henry's Ethan Tiemann, his first.
4th foul already on St. Henry, 0 on Minster. Always a factor in any game, especially tournament games. Runner by Hybring at short, gets his own rebound, loses it on the dribble. Tiemann comes up with it. Link now in the corner. St. Henry scored in their first possession. Niekamp with the shot. Frericks with another board. Lob ahead to Schultze. He'll reset it. Three-pointer, Hybring. That is short. Rebound, Caden Niekamp. Timeout, St. Henry. It'll be a full timeout by Coach Reisenbeck. We'll step aside. You're watching tournament basketball here on NKTelco Sports.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
2:33 to go here in this first quarter in a very low-scoring game. Wildcats just up 4-3.
Yeah, I would have expected a little bit more offense, but neither team shooting the ball very well. Minster yet to make a field goal, and St. Henry made their first attempt of the game, a three-pointer by Zach Niekamp, and since then it's been nothing but rim for both teams on the field.
Niekamp against Schultze, fakes and in.
His first points of the game, obviously, there. The drive averaging just under 13, went right at Schultze, and you know, it's one of those things, maybe pick a foul up on Schultze, but not the case. He's able to get the basket.
Great pass behind the head by Kettner to Schultze. Gives the lead back to the Wildcats.
Back-to-back buckets by the big men. A beautiful pass from Kettner and a good finish by Schultze. His first field goal now with 4 points in the game.
Lange with the tray. Andrew Lange gives this lead back to the Redskins. Kettner, the point guard, will bring it up most of the time and rarely will leave the court. Step back shot, that is short. Rebound bounced around, tipped around, Kanapke with it. Almost loses it, has to give it up. Link to Caden Niekamp, will do the three, too strong, rebound Schulte. Redskins with a 2-point lead on our First National Bank scoreboard. Salazar with the tray. Rebound Niekamp, and Minster has yet to hit a three.
Yeah, for a team that shoots very well, 37% as a team, 0 for tonight here to start the quarter, and have had some decent looks. It's just a matter of knocking down the jumper.
Kanapke underneath, now to Niekamp. Leaning in against Schulte, blocked, second chance in.
A rare offensive rebound for the Redskins. They convert it right back by Cade Niekamp. Niekamp really going into Schulte on the drive, almost moving him. I'm surprised it almost could maybe be an offensive foul because Schulte is standing there and getting displaced by, a good foot or two, but Schulte with the block, but Cade Niekamp with the rebound and the stick back.
Heitbrink to the basket, short on the drive. Rebound there by Heitbrink, and he'll go to the line to shoot two.
Heitbrink has been very active here. He's had a couple offensive rebounds, and take another look, gets his own missed shot, and gets fouled in the act. Second personal foul against Andrew Lengy.
5 fouls on St. Henry, none on Minster. Minster's made all 5 attempts so far as Enneking and Nixon in for the Wildcats. Zach Niekamp and Ben Evers return for the Redskins.
70% free throw shooter for Heitbrink. Again, very good numbers for the 6'3" senior.
It's the second.
Minster 6 for 6 from the charity stripe.
Team that shoots pretty good as a team, 68%. Coming through right now has been almost all their offense so far as they trail 10-8, 10 seconds to go. Evers gives it to Zach Niekamp. Tries to shoot it from the free throw line, rebound Nixon. He'll launch a long three. We played 1 quarter of this district semifinal action on our First National Bank scoreboard. Redskins 10, Wildcats 8. We'll be right back with quarter 2 on NKTelco Sports.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
NKTelco Sports. More than 140 local high school and college games. Football, basketball, volleyball, baseball, softball, and soccer. Support your local team with NKTelco Sports and promote your business to 250,000 households in Northwest Ohio. Call 1-888-NKTelco and get in the game.
After 1 quarter on our First National Bank scoreboard, St. Henry leads by 2.
Well, shooting from the field was not in Minster's favor. They were just 1 of 12 from the field, but did connect on 6 of 6 from the free throw line. St. Henry not much better. They did finish 4 of 14 from the field. That included 2 of 6 from beyond the arc, so they get a couple bonus points, if you will, from the triples, 2 of them. Minster did their work offensively from the free throw line.
Katie Niekamp, too strong on the bank, rebound Minster. Kettner across the timeline, working against Kanapke. That's a matchup to look for. Regular season, Kanapke held down Kettner to 6. Schulte against Niekamp.
A lot of contact.
Knocked out of bounds. It will go to the Redskins. Yeah, a little bit of battle between the big guys there.
Yeah, a lot of battling is right. Now, would you consider that a shot by Schulte or just losing the ball out of bounds on the way up? Because he got hammered. I don't know how he.
I think it was well, I don't know. That's why you have the stat sheet.
Yeah, okay.
Sam Harding's with the shot. Long rebound goes to Schultze, and another foul.
That's twice Schultze has been falling hard to the ground. I mean, that time he held on the ball, and he's a big man, but watch a lot of LBS's pounds going down to the hardwood.
And now that is 6 fouls on St. Henry, none yet on Minster.
Harding's the first foul on him, as Dave mentioned.
Harding's a 6'4" senior off the bench for Coach Rosenbeck. Frericks trying to look down to Schultze. Puts up a shot. Battle for the rebound. Kanapke gets up. Comes up with it, gives it to Evers.
Definitely letting the action go. A lot of contact, I feel, on the shots. And, you know, it's both ways, so it's not like one team's gaining advantage, but definitely some no-touch calls. You have to foul to earn it in this case.
Down to Niekamp, working against Schultze. Kicks it out. Pass back to Niekamp. Good assist there by Tina.
Beautiful bounce pass. Zach Niekamp, the beneficiary. That's his first point. Remember, he opened up the scoring on both teams tonight. Their first possession St. Henry had. He hit a 3-point shot. Now 5 for Zach Niekamp, who averages just under 11 a game.
4-point lead for St. Henry. Kettner, step back 3, drains it.
Beautiful step back. He really drove hard, drove the defender off without touching him, and then body control back. I mean, that's a tough shot to blow your defender off, come back, gather yourself, and hit the open jumper.
Minster switched to zone the last few times. And a loosely 1-3-1 shot by Evers, too strong. Tie up on the rebound. Possession arrow gives it to Minster.
Mentioned Kettner, that 3-point shot. It's 37% from the field. Very good accuracy, and he displayed it. Hitting his first 3-pointer of the game to go along with 2 free throws.
First 3-pointer for the Wildcats.
Yes.
Will average about 7 a game. There's Heidbrink, try another one. Long rebound goes to Tiemann. Evers gives it back to Tiemann. Tiemann had 17 in the first half against Ada in the sectional final win. Kanapke in the corner. Now Niekamp. Working around the perimeter. He's just playing it looks more like a 2-3 zone now. They'll play some 1-3-1 at times as well. Into the corner is Kanapke. Down to Zach Niekamp. St. Henry being patient. They're trying to work something against this Minster defense.
It almost looks like, well, there's a tough
Zach
shot.
Niekamp. Hardings comes up with a rebound. Can't get the follow. Evers comes up with it. Knocked away. Able to get it back. Another chance. Hardings with the basketball. He had 7 in the regular season game off the bench. Working it around the perimeter. Niekamp will let the 3 go. Tiemann with the 3 off the mark.
One of the rare times that St. Henry had multiple looks where they come away without any points.
Schultze was knocked to the floor again. Turnaround by Heidbrink. Rebound to Tiemann. Trying to lead the fast break, puts one up and draws the foul. That'll be the first foul against Minster.
Blocking foul goes against Kettner. As you take another look at it here, as again some contact. That's actually hardly any contact. He basically bumped into the basketball compared to what we have seen with the physical play.
Tiemann gets the first free throw. Lange, Caden Niekamp, and Riley Link in for the Redskins. Tiemann hitting the second free throw here.
63% on the season for Ethan Tiemann, who averages just under 10 points a game at 9.
St. Henry, not a great free throw shooting team, just 61% as a team, but he hits a pair there.
His first 2 points of the game for the 6-foot senior.
Kettner now being guarded by Tiemann. Wildcats down by 3, about halfway through this second quarter. Winner of this game will play the winner of the second game between Marion Local and Perry. Number 2 and 4 seeds in that game. Number 1 and 3s in this matchup as Schultze loses the handle out of bounds.
Fourth Minster turnover, their first here in the second quarter. They had 3 in the first. St. Henry, I have them down for just 1 turnover on the night. So Redskins have taken very good care of the basketball. As you see here, Schultze just trying to knows he has to go hard and with some power. The ball got away with him a little bit before he made his move against Niekamp. One of the rare times he actually got around him, but couldn't hang on to the ball. Boy, Salazar right now was stuck on Cade Niekamp. Luckily, they switched back.
Caden Niekamp with a nice move. On his way to play football at Ball State. He has very good footwork for a big guy.
6 points on the night for Caden Niekamp and a nice turnaround jumper there against a good defender.
Ferrix gives it to Salazar. Drive, swatted away by Tiemann and saved by Link.
Good hustle play by the Redskins. The momentum play, if you will, with the block shot. Come away with the rebound.
Link with the 3, rebound by Niekamp. Nice rebound, he gets the ball back. Drives to the hole, draws the foul, and it rolls in.
That just seems like Niekamp's getting a lot of ability of moving the defender. Watch him here, it's a beautiful move, and he gets credit for it, but I don't know what you're supposed to do on defense.
Take another replay. First we'll have the block here as you see Salazar driving to the hoop. It's Tiemann here with the block. And look at the great save here by Link.
Yeah, beautiful, as that was a big play. A lot of times you block the shots that go to bounds. The other team gets the ball, but they get to keep it. Now let's watch this. Maybe I'm wrong here, but just watch the defender here. Well, probably a good call. From way down here, I didn't realize Caden had the advantage there, so I believe it was Heitbrink, just maybe not square. Was it Frericks? One of those two guys, not maybe square in front of Niekamp. Makes it kind of tough to call a charge, but boy, Niekamp is a strong post player, and you mentioned his footwork. He keeps him moving, and that makes him just that much more, how do you want to say, able to make his move without being slow. I mean, he's been able to get around down there and just be strong and not get bumped off of his course. Rather, he's been able to bump people off their course.
Yeah, he's much quick. You see it, he's a big guy, and you wouldn't think he'd be slow, but he has very good footwork, and he has 8 right now, and he's really given a spark. As you see, Coach McClure calls the timeout. His Wildcats now trailing by 7, 18-11, as Niekamp trying to complete the 3-point play.
And it was Frericks of Minster who tried to stop Niekamp, but per the replay, looked like Niekamp had a little bit of a better angle to the basket, and more times than not, the offensive player will get rewarded if he's contacted.
Completes the 3-point play on a 7-0 run right now for St. Henry.
Minster needs a bucket. They've had some shots in the interior. They've been have gotten blocked.
Kettner's shot off the mark. Rebound by Caden Niekamp.
Minster, 1 field goal Dave made in the first quarter, just 1 made field goal here in the second quarter. They've only scored 3 points here in the second quarter. A 3-pointer by Kettner.
Niekamp against Schultze. This one rolls off. Frericks clears the board. Kettner looking down court. Kicks it to Schultze. 15-footer. Too strong. Battle for the rebound. Frericks comes up with it. Puts the shot up. Draws a foul. Foul is on Zach Niekamp for St. Henry. That is the first one as we get another look.
Well, again, the rebound by Frericks. You mentioned he leads the MAC in rebounding, averaging nearly 10. Around 9 rebounds a game, and will get rewarded with free throw opportunities for Cody Frericks.
Our replay sponsor, Winners Meats, Quality Meats. For over 90 years, as Frericks misses the first foul shot.
52% from the line as he misses Minster's first attempt from the foul line tonight. Six points plus 9 rebounds a game.
Second roll rolls off. So what ended up to be an empty possession other than getting a foul call for the Wildcats.
Tough possession is right.
Zach Niekamp shot off the mark. Rebound Schultze. Wildcats trying to break their scoreless string, and there's the steal. Tiemann keeps his dribble into the corner. Andrew Lange will try a 3 off the mark. Rebound Wildcats.
Not very many offensive rebounds. St. Henry had a possession here in the second quarter. They got multiple looks and came away empty. Other than that, both defenses have been doing a nice job of securing the one and dones.
Minster not getting the open threes like they usually do. St. Henry doing a nice job, and there's a great pass, entry pass from Heitbrink to Schultze. He draws the foul on Niekamp. That's his first. Get another look.
Yeah, good entry pass, right on the money. A bullet, I think it was from Heitbrink or Frericks. And there's the obvious foul as Niekamp just a step late getting there, and much needed possession here. Schultze, a good free throw shooter.
This is the first one. Schultze has led the MAC in blocks the last 3 years. He also is the all-time block leader in Minster. He's put up some big numbers, over 50 every year. Trying to get the second free throws. Minster's trying to get off 11 points. And they do. Breaks a 7-0 run.
And also breaks a 3 missed free throw attempts, if you will. Frericks missed his last 2.
Niekamp puts it up. Nixon with the rebound. Almost traveled, but able to pass it in time. Kettner coming up on a minute to go. They go to Nixon. Turnaround, too strong. Niekamp with another rebound. Teaming across the timeline. Link will drive to the hoop. It is fouled by Schultze.
Schultze, his first foul, but a good move, and he was fine until he kind of had Link off balance here. Would have been a tough shot, but when Schultze dropped the arm down and made contact, made for an easy call.
Riley Link, 5'11" junior guard, hits the first free throw. Senior Jay Kanapke comes back into the game. St. Henry's hit a very high percentage of their foul shots so far.
Link is 68% on the season, makes both his first 2 points of the game. 0 for 0 in the first quarter were the Redskins. Right now 5 of 5 here in the second period. So yes, have not missed a free throw. Haven't shot a lot, but have been making them count here in the second quarter.
Kanapke ties up Kettner. All of possession will make it a turnover to St. Henry as you get another look.
Good play by number 2, Jay Kanapke, and you got a good ball handler in Kettner that you've seen already be able to get separation off the dribble. That time lost his footing a little bit. Kanapke there forces the tie-up, which in this case a Minster turnover. The final 30 seconds of the second half, or final 30 seconds of the second quarter.
St. Henry will like to do this. They spread it out. Coach Rosenbeck, a graduate of Rushi, which they've done a lot of that through the years under Coach Bremagen. And they'll go to Niekamp, swatted away, and nice block by Schultze.
Well timed, add that to his career list block lead, if you will. Very well done by Schultze. Final 8 seconds.
Kettner to the hoop, rolls off. Tough break, down to 2 seconds. Kanapke puts up a shot, too strong. We played a half of basketball here at Wapakoneta High School. St. Henry Redskins in control, 21-12 on the First National Bank scoreboard. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the first half stats here on NKTelco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Minster Dental Care continues to offer advanced dental technology in a state-of-the-art facility. Our professional team offers experience in general dentistry and orthodontics, including services such as CEREC and wireline orthodontics. Board-certified pediatric dentist Dr. Philip Slonkowski ensures our littlest patients have a positive, safe, and a comfortable experience. We are unconditionally committed to excellence in everything we do.
The big game is right around the corner. Are you ready for it? Come into Francis Furniture and find the right fit for you and your friends in our Lazy Boy Comfort Studio. With Lazy Boy Premier sofa and sectionals, you can custom order a look that's just your style. Choose from hundreds of decorator fabrics or choose genuine leather for its luxurious feel and durability. Come into Francis Furniture today, the area's only Lazy Boy Comfort Studio.
at halftime here at this district semifinal action between Minster and St. Henry. The Redskins with a 9-point lead. With the first half numbers, Mr. Jeff Henson.
All right, thank you, Dave. We'll take a look at the numbers right now. The St. Henry Redskins, 21-12 lead right now, but they've done a nice job, much better job in the second half or second quarter. 7 of 30 field goals, not great numbers, but they were 3 of 16 in the second quarter, much better than the first. Minster is struggling from the field, just 2 of 22. They've made 1 2-point shot and 1 3-point shot. As you see the next graphic there, 2 3-point made buckets by St. Henry, just the 1 of 7 from Minster. Free throws have really been the team's best offense, so to speak. St. Henry perfect 5 of 5, Minster 7 of 8. The rebounding margin about even. The turnovers have been infrequent. St. Henry with just the 1, but Minster with 5. But right now the Redskins have found a little bit better offense. Not a lot, but a little bit better from Caden Niekamp. He leads all players with 9 points, and he got 5 of them in the second quarter, and Minster just cannot put the ball in the basket. You mentioned 2 of 22. That's a percentage that's not going to win you many games, so they have to look to score better in the second half.
I think maybe they're not shooting, but I think a lot of it has to do with St. Henry's defense. There's very few open threes. Everything's been contested for Minster. They've had to work for any open shots that they had.
Yeah, outside and inside. We've seen a number of the inside possessions. I talked to you about Schulte. His attempts have been well contended, a lot of contact, plenty of bodies on bodies down below, and outside, Minster just cannot find, let's say, a stationary shooter. Everything's on the move, and percentages will say that on the move is a lesser percentage make than if you're set stationary and be able to catch and then spot up and hit it. So see if Minster can bounce back, find some offensive rhythm on their end of the court. But boy, St. Henry playing pretty physical defense.
Physical defense, St. Henry only with 1 turnover. Minster ball to start with.
The Wildcats, 7 points for Frericks, leads the way. Jack Heitbrink, those are rebounds. The points, Schulte and Mike Kenner each with 5, and Jack Heitbrink with 2 for their 12.
Schulte stopped there by Niekamp on the block. He has to give it up.
Schulte had 2 block shots in that first half on defense. As Dave mentioned, the career leader at Minster in block shots will add to that margin.
Kettner to the hoop.
Well, another time I
Contact
thought he got,
this time with the foul.
That time he went in and Niekamp bumped him, and enough contact to draw the foul will give Kettner 2 more free throws. Take another look at it here. Again, Kettner very active. You got to respect him from the outside, and just too much body there on Caden Niekamp.
Kettner misses the first. That's the second foul on Niekamp. I know Lange has 2 fouls for St. Henry. Is there anybody else with 2 fouls, Jeff?
Lange and now Niekamp. So those are the 2. And for Minster, I don't think anyone has 2. We'll take another look at him as he makes the second free throw now for 6 points for Kettner.
Same starters for both these teams as Minster starts out on his own. Niekamp against Schulte, block, but a foul.
Second against Schulte. Niekamp will go the foul, and he's the first half leading scorer for the Redskins. He had 9 in the first half, also scoring for St. Henry. 5 from Zach Niekamp, 3 from Andrew Lange, 2 from Ethan Tiemann, and 2 from Ryler Link for their total of 21. Now make it 22.
Let's get another look in the replay here as you get the lob down to Niekamp.
Pretty much there, just Schulte, just his arms not straight up. Makes it somewhat of an easy call for the official as Niekamp makes 2, but I thought Niekamp able to get the ball. Minster is not really denying him at all. He's able, granted he's like a billboard trying to catch it to get around him to do any type of denying, but he caught it very easily.
Pass intercepted by Niekamp.
Minster had one of those plays in the first half, like the no look behind the back, or behind the head pass, and sometimes that's the best way to get it in there because the defense doesn't expect it. That time Niekamp quick with the hands able to get the turnover.
Zach Niekamp, 2 strong. Frericks with the board. Minster down by 10. Need to get their normally good shooting eye back.
Well, just 4 points in that second quarter. I mentioned again, 2 of 22 from the field.
Schulte against Niekamp. This time he's out of bounds as he tried to go baseline and too far underneath.
Second turnover of the quarter for the Wildcats. And again, Minster having difficulty running the offense, and Niekamp holding his ground, not giving any room for Schulte to get through, and steps on the end line.
Some pressure by the Wildcats, a 1-2-2 press. Evers pass to Niekamp, misses the layup. Schulte with a rebound.
Break for the Wildcats. Beautiful pass by Evers is right. Niekamp just could not come up with the make.
Salazar able to save it. Kettner being hounded by Kanapke. Tries to step back. Now to Frericks. 2 minutes gone here in the third quarter. 10-point lead by St. Henry. Schulte again on Niekamp. Shot is short. Ball tipped around. Schulte comes up with it. Open Kettner for the three and hits it. Big three there for the Wildcats. Timeout, Minster. Be a 30-second timeout. We'd like to thank our sponsors for making this tournament telecast possible. Wilson Health, caring without limits. Precision Strip, NKT.TV. BowlerStore.com. Find the pocket without emptying yours. Carriage Works, specializing in collision repair in St. Henry, Ohio. Cy Schwieterman Incorporated. Fowler's TV, we service what we sell. Kogi Plumbing and Heating, a name you know, a name you trust. PSG Automotive Outfitters. Minster Bank, financial solutions for a lifetime. Schwieterman Pharmacies, located in Salina, Coldwater, Minster, New Bremen, St. Mary's, Wapakoneta. New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental Care, Francis Furniture. Our keys to the game sponsor is Keyhole Pizza. Our replay sponsor is Winners Meats. We'll pick up player of the game sponsored by NKTelco, and on our first National Bank scoreboard, St. Henry now with a 7-point lead.
Big basket from Kettner, and that follows a long rebound, an offensive rebound by the Wildcats, so they convert.
Zach Niekamp's three, rebounded by Heibring.
A chance for Minster here after trailing by 10, got the big basket last possession. Points here would be huge to try to, from just a minute ago, trailing by 10, to being right back to within possibly 2 or 3 here against St. Henry.
Kettner tries to drive, takes it in. Ball goes off of St. Henry, and they are able to save it.
Kettner pretty creative on getting to the basket, couldn't get the shot to drop, and more importantly for the Redskins, able to come up with a defensive rebound.
Niekamp knocks down the jumper from the free throw line.
A little bit of a heartbreaker. You have a move by Kettner that doesn't score on one end, and without really any time off the clock, Niekamp comes right back and scores for the Redskins.
Schulte draws the third foul on Niekamp. Niekamp with 13 points and 3 fouls, so looks like he'll be coming out shortly as we get another look.
Again, pretty good move inside, and just the arm. It's vertical after the foul, but when you extend it kind of at an angle, it's a pretty easy call. It's a contact, and a foul will be called as Schulte now 4 of 5 from the free throw line tonight.
See Niekamp leave. They have Berkey, Link, and Lange in. Schulte will leave if he makes his free throw. He does, as Nixon will give him a break, and the free throws are keeping the Wildcats in this game, Jeff.
Yeah, they were 7 of 8 in the first half, now 3 for 4 in the third quarter, so 10 of 12 is exactly right, Dave. Still just, they've only made 1 field goal in each quarter, a 2-pointer in the first quarter and a 3 and a 3 in the second and third quarter respectively.
Link now runs the show at point guard between him and Evers, junior point guards for the Redskins. Zach and Niekamp trying to drive, fade away. It's the bottom of the net.
That's tough to stop when you can kind of back your way in and then jump a little bit back. Not really fade back too far, but he jumps so well, and then a little bit distance backwards, he's able to really get away from the defender and drain the shot. Matt Berkey picks up his second foul.
Jake Kanapke goes back into the lineup for the Redskins. Wildcats have shown a little bit of life on offense here in this third quarter. Trying to cut into this 9-point lead. This was what it was at halftime. Both big guys on the bench right now. Niekamp with 3 fouls, Schulte just with a break. Nixon.
Crowd wanted a double dribble. It's one of those odd things where you drop it and did he start a dribble? I don't. It's tough to call.
And they're a lot more liberal with that than they used to. And here's the replay. As you see the shot, The long rebound just goes out, and Berkey, big guy, 6'5", he's just a freshman. I'm not sure if he's quite even 15 yet, and he's 6'5". So
yeah, big kid. He has picked up his 3rd foul. As the Wildcats, again, important possession here, trailing by 9. Don't want to give the Redskins an opportunity to go to double figures.
Frericks to Nixon. Can't get it to fall. And then with the second one, Justin Nixon with a follow.
Well, that's 2 offensive rebounds this quarter for the Wildcats. 5 points on those 2 rebounds.
This time Berkey is fouled.
Pretty good quickness there. Working on a senior. Gets around him, and I believe it was Frericks, and will give him the hip, and that'll be the foul on Frericks right there.
Schultze checks back in the lineup for the Wildcats. So Sam Harding's 33 in for St. Henry. Kanapke on the wing to Zach Niekamp, open for the tray. Zach Niekamp now in double figures with 10, which matches the St. Henry lead.
Good possessions by the Redskins here early. Back-to-back, they've answered Minster's scores with scores of their own, so they've done a nice job. Here's a beautiful move by Heitbrink. Going to the left with his left hand made it a little bit easier for him. That's his first field goal, his 4th point. He's been playing very good basketball for the Wildcats as of late.
Niekamp has to kick it out. Tiemann to the basket. Rebound. Kettner comes up with it. Salazar puts up a 15-footer. That's off the mark. Zach Niekamp with the board. Pass all the way up to Kanapke. Blocked by Schultze. Tries another time, and a third. Blocked again. Try again. And another time, and Schultze wins that battle.
Wow, what a battle is right.
2 or 3 blocks there. Frericks that is short. Rebound and a foul against Frericks. So we get another look here. Frericks puts up the shot. Had a good look there. And on the rebound, he gets a foul. It'll be the 3rd foul on Frericks' first Wildcat with 3 fouls.
3rd of the half is right. It's Frericks now right with 3 fouls and a little frustration. Maybe he took the shot, so he kind of had an idea it was going to be short. But boy, Schultze, another blocked shot. He's had a number of them. He came up big in that last possession, but it still remains with the Redskins. That last possession, they had probably 5 attempts at the basket, and Schultze did a nice job defending for the Wildcats.
Katie Niekamp back in the game playing with 3 fouls for St. Henry, and it's stolen away by Anaking. 1:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
St. Henry's 2nd turnover of the game.
Schultze right at Niekamp. Lead down to 6.
Nice move by Schultze. Head and shoulder fake and good elevation. The ball was high above his head. Good rotation.
Timeout, St. Henry. Full timeout. We'll step aside. You're watching tournament basketball on NKTelco Sports.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
1:17 to go in the 3rd quarter. Jeff, it seems like the momentum's starting to go to Minster. They're just trailed by 6.
Well, they've made a comeback here, but 6 is as close as they've been in a while. St. Henry, I felt in the past, earlier in the quarter, has been able to answer a little bit when Minster made some runs. We'll see if we get a bucket here.
Niekamp puts up a shot. Rebound from behind by Kanapke is tied up right away. Possession will keep it with St. Henry.
So they'll get the offensive rebound, and again, things are very physical in the interior. No one playing soft tonight. As you see Schulte with the rebound, a host of Wildcats in there, a couple of them, and Kanapke smothered in between both of them. Schulte, a little bit of a limp there. Hopefully he can walk that one off.
Both the big guys leaving right now. As Schulte, I think that's what he wants to do, is keep walking. Pass down to Kanapke, loses the handle. Pass across to Hardings. Tiemann to the basket. Rebound by Kanapke and is fouled. So multiple chances there by St. Henry, and Kanapke will go to the line to shoot two.
Now the drive in there could have been a charge. Boy, Tiemann ran right into Frericks, I think it was, but boy, Kanapke, he's had a number of offensive rebounds this quarter, gets another one.
Kanapke, a guard, leads the team in rebounding.
Well, he's had one possession alone with him and Schulte going out. He had 4 there, and then another one, so now 5. And yeah, from a guard position, very active on the glass.
Misses the second, 1 of 2, gives the 7-point lead for the Wildcats. Kettner doesn't bring the ball up this time as Salazar does, takes it the whole way, swatted away by Hardings, not able to save it.
Good defense by number 33, Sam Hardings, and could not quite corral it before it went out of bounds, but Salazar, nice move. It's just a difference when you're going against some size.
Kettner to the hoop, rolls it in.
Acrobatic bucket by Kettner, 6 in the quarter, 5-point Redskin lead.
31-26, 20 seconds to go. Zach Niekamp shot up, and again, big buckets by Zach Niekamp.
Kind of a high elevating, bit of a fadeaway, tough to block. Good bucket by Zach Niekamp.
Down to 7 seconds. Kettner drives, kicks it out. Heitbrink will have it. Put up a fadeaway and hits it. Big shot by Heitbrink. She cuts the lead to 5. We go to the 4th quarter. We'll be right back. She's getting another look on a replay. Time is running down. Heitbrink hits it. We'll be right back on NKTelco Sports.
Brand presence is everything. Is it time to create a video that promotes your business? NKTelco has the solution with NKT Productions. NKT Productions can create a national caliber commercial or video specifically to your business needs and demographics. Utilize NKTelco ad insertion and your video is made available to 6,000 plus subscribers in 8 local communities on 23 major networks. Take advantage of the overwhelming traffic that video gets. Visit nktelco.net for more information.
As we go to the 4th quarter, you see the Minster student section. Wildcats starting to come back. They gained a little ground there in the 3rd quarter, outscored St. Henry 16-12. What's been by far the most high-scoring quarter. But St. Henry with the lead, 33-28 on our First National Bank scoreboard.
Well, Minster much better offensively that quarter. Minster 12 points in the first half. They get 16 alone in the 3rd quarter and shoot 6 of 11 from the field. Remember, they were 2 of 22 in the first half, 6 now of 11 here in the 3rd quarter. Much better job offensively, getting the ball back here, and they had trailed by as many as 10 or 11, Dave.
I know it was 10. Okay. It might have been 11. I remember 10 for sure. They get the ball first to start this 4th quarter. Frericks, nice move and in.
Beautiful move, good ball fake. Kind of stuttered, stepped his way around, his first points of the game.
Lead down to 3, 33-30. Niekamp playing with 3 fouls, and there's a charge on Niekamp. He was being guarded by Frericks, who also had 3 fouls.
It was going on one or the other, but I really thought Niekamp, watching again, just too much obvious shoulder action at the very end. Everything's good, right there. You can't. That's, to me, perfect call. I don't care if you're standing still or playing good defense. That, too much contact, and he picks up, unfortunately for Niekamp, his 4th foul.
Niekamp will have to go to the bench. We'll see when Rosenbeck puts him back into the game. Riley Link comes back into the game for the Redskins, replacing Evers. Minster with a 3 here can tie it. It's been a long time. I think they had the lead in the first quarter. It was like 4-3. Back and forth a little bit there. There were some lead changes, but not since that time. Hybrink gets stuck. Now to Kettner. Kettner with 11 points. Schultze with 9. He checked back in the lineup with the dead ball. He's underneath there against Hardings. Hybrink tries to drive. Shot up. Short. Rebound Link. Hardings pull-up jumper. Rolls off. Ball goes out of bounds. It will go back to Minster. It was 10-8 after one quarter, 21-12 after halftime, 33-28 going into this fourth quarter, and Minster's cut it down to 3.
St. Henry just with 2 turnovers, I think, in the game. Very good job of handling the ball. Minster with 7. Pretty well played game in that respect by both teams, considering the amount of action there's been. I mean, there's a lot of movement going on.
Hybrink shot off the mark, and it'll go to St. Henry. Minster the number 3 seed. St. Henry the number 1 seed. About 2.5 weeks ago, they played a 2-point game over at Minster. St. Henry won, and St. Henry's spreading it out. They did this at the end of the half. Hardings is fouled. And that's what they want. They're not necessarily trying to run the clock. They're just spreading it out, different looking, and they try to drive and dish just like that, as you see.
Yeah, pretty much
there.
Textbook. You get them spread out, Minster chases, and someone's got to stop the ball if they get the advantage. And good job executing that open offense, or that, I won't call it 4 quarters like you said, but they do spread it out. Hardings' his first points of the game.
If you remember last year, they played in the district final against Marion. They played their offense the whole time. They took Marion all the way to overtime and lost by 1. What was the closest game of several that Marion had on their way to their state championship.
Hardings 2 points on the night. He averages 2 points, so right at season average. Lead for the Redskins back up to 5.
Kettner trying to drive. Ball goes out of bounds. It's knocked out of bounds by St. Henry. It will stay with Minster. 5:49 to go.
Eric Dickey, one of our officials on the baseline. Aaron Braun out top here, and on the left side, Steve Orr, your 3-man officiating crew this evening.
A lot of fans here, a lot of red for St. Henry, a lot of black and orange for Minster.
There's a lot of people here.
Near capacity here tonight. Frericks on Niekamp. Off the mark, Schultze with a rebound and in. Big offensive stick back by the big fella, Schultze.
I've got the Wildcats down now for 3 putback, or 3 second chance points, 2, 4, 7 on the second half on offensive rebounding, 7 points.
Spread offense for the Redskins. They practice this, they'll bring it out from time to time. Sometimes at the end of the game, sometimes any point in the game. Shot up by Link, too strong. Rebound Minster. 35-32, Minster down by 3. Kettner against Kanapke.
One thing Kettner does, he stays low to the ground.
Shot or partially blocked there as Hardings tried to take the charge. Redskins ball with the lead. It's easy to play this offense when you have the lead. Right now, St. Henry's been able to keep it for about 2.5 quarters. There's Hardings against Schultze. Nice, tough shot. Big shot there by Hardings.
Don't know if he got completely squared, and that's something we've seen a lot of these big guys do tonight. It's like they know they've got a good defender on them. They've kind of shot, I won't say off-balance shots, but tough to get squared and hit it.
Salazar's 3 off the mark. Ball tipped around. Schultze. That was a great job by Frericks to keep it alive. He just tapped it. And Schultze able to get it and draw the fouls. We'll get another look here.
A long rebound, good job by Frericks, keeping it alive. And I thought Schulte, when he came down, landed on his foot awkwardly, and he went down to the floor again. We've seen him go down a couple times tonight rather hard. He's bounced up, but he's also been limping around a little bit. Sure, he's got some bumps and bruises.
Schulte with 12 on his way to play at St. Francis College next year. A lot of seniors on this floor. A lot of seniors who don't want to play their last game tonight for both teams.
6 of 7, 7 of 8 for the big man. Again, shooting 77% from the free throw line, 14.2 points a game and 7 boards, plus a handful of blocks on average per season. So he's had a few of those blocks tonight already.
St. Henry breaking a little bit of pressure by Minster. Tiemann gives it up to Kanapke. So St. Henry usually has a lot of good ball handlers, which is what you need in this offense as well.
Mentioned Schulte on defense. 5 block shots is the stat sheet we're handed has him down for. So very active in the paint, blocking shots as well tonight.
Hardings.
Had that big bucket the last possession for St. Henry, did Hardings.
Tiemann has been doing a lot of the dribbling in this offense. He goes up at Schulte. That one's partially blocked, tipped around. One of the smallest guys, Salazar, comes up with it.
Well, a chance here for the Wildcats, Dave. It's been a while. And they have an opportunity here to draw within 1 or tie.
Schulte again with a follow, and the lead down to 1. Timeout by St. Henry. 2:50 to go. It'll be a full timeout. We'll step aside here. St. Henry by 1, and we'll be right back. Oh, hold on. No timeout. Thought there was a timeout, but it was either waved off or I was wrong. His Niekamp checks back in the lineup. So St. Henry now with the ball with just a 1-point lead.
It'll be an exciting 3 minutes. Minster's battled back to having trailed by as many as probably as 10. And when things were not going very well offensively, have found some answers. A lot of it's been their offensive rebounds. That's 4 points this quarter, had 5 points last quarter, all on second chance opportunities. And many of them have come at the hands of Jared Schulte, putting him right back at the basket following the miss. And even give credit to Frericks, it was, I believe, or Heibrich, I get those two confused, who saved the ball the last time, tipped it to Schulte, and he's able to score.
Niekamp with a tray, a huge shot. Niekamp just got off the bench and drops a tray.
He does shoot the 3-point shot on the season, about 27% accuracy.
And there's ball on the floor. Anakin comes up with it. Heibrich will try to hit a 3, and he rattles it in. Big 3-pointer by Niekamp and then Heibrich. As we have a 30-second timeout, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Wilson Health, Caring Without Limits, Precision Strip, NKT.TV, BowlerStore.com, Find the Pocket Without Emptying Yours, Carriage Work, specializing in collision repair in St. Henry, Ohio, Cy Schrudeman, Fowler's TV, we service what we sell, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, a name you know, a name you trust, PSG Automotive Outfitters, Minster Bank, financial solutions for a lifetime, Schrudeman Pharmacies located in Salina, Coldwater, Minster, New Bremen, St. Mary's, and Wapakoneta, New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental Care, Francis Furniture. With 2:13 to go on our First National Bank scoreboard, we got a good one, Jeff. St. Henry up by 1.
I believe it's everything we were hoping for. What a ball game tonight. A lot of action, a lot of activity going on, and both these teams very deserving of this moment. And it's going to take some great plays near the end of the game here to decide who gets to move on.
Niekamp tries another 3. So an off the mark. Kanapke with a rebound, puts it up and in.
Huge stick back bucket for Jay Kanapke. Mentioned the rebounding margin he has, almost 8 a game. A big one for Kanapke there.
Heibrich will try another 3. Off the mark, Evers comes up with a rebound. So St. Henry with the basketball in a 3-point lead.
Minster 5 team fouls. They have one to give, if you will, before they put the Redskins on the line. Plenty of time left. We'll see how long Minster, St. Henry runs offense right at him.
Evers banks it home.
Boy, Evers and Kanapke, some big buckets the past 2 possessions for the Redskins.
1:16, a big possession here by Minster. They have 2 timeouts left, St. Henry with 3. They'll go to the big guy. Short, Niekamp loses it. Frericks with a rebound, timeout Minster. We have a couple big guys on the floor. Looks like Niekamp in a bit of pain right now, as we'll have a timeout on the floor as we get another replay here. Niekamp got the rebound and he
lost on his own. He landed awkwardly on the ankle. Tough break.
30-second timeout. I'd like to mention, if you missed the first replay, that's Thursday, March 7th at 7 p.m. The second replay, Friday, the 8th at 5 p.m. You can watch the games on WOSN and on demand at NKTelco Sports Facebook page and at nktelco.net. Tough break. Niekamp, who's had a lot of injuries about every year in the basketball season, as he tries to walk it off, and he gets a standing ovation from not just St. Henry fans, Minster fans as well.
Yeah, job well done by both audiences, if you will, and hopefully he can walk that one off. And tough break, and hopefully he can get back in the game. Not much time left.
So Hardings will come back in, and now we will have a timeout, full timeout. We'll step aside, 1:02 to go. We'll be right back.
Our 1,500 square foot showroom and pro shop at bowlerstore.com is stocked with bowling balls, bags, shoes, accessories, and apparel. The pro shop is equipped with 2 drill presses, measuring devices, and bowling ball maintenance machines to keep your ball rolling great. We offer private lessons for individuals and groups. Moxie's Extra Pair inside bowlerstore.com is also available to rent for private events. Be sure to check out bowlerstore.com or visit our pro shop in Versailles, Ohio for all your bowling product needs.
Timeout on the floor called by St. Henry. They will have the ball with 1:02 to go in a 3-point lead. For about the last 3 minutes, they've been using the spread offense and been pretty effective so far.
Well, they've definitely dribbled in. They haven't stalled, so to speak, but they have dribbled in, and they've scored on the first shot, but the big one was Kanapke getting an offensive rebound for a stick-back bucket. So give Ben Evers and also Jay Kanapke, they've scored the past 2 baskets for St. Henry in that, what you call that spread offense. So we'll see if they go back to that. Now, obviously, Cade Niekamp shoe off on the sideline. It's going to be it's going to hustle for him to get back into the game and nearly throw it away.
Nice save by Niekamp and a quick timeout there by Coach Rosenbeck. It was almost a miscommunication there. Able to save it by Niekamp as
really,
they call timeout.
2 acrobatic plays. The cutter ran through. The pass came behind him. They saved it from going out on this end. And a Hail Mary pass, if you will, to a teammate at half court who was able to get it without losing control. That's one of those plays, if you don't come up with it at half court, if Minster gets it, it's an uncontested layup at the other end. So you got to be careful now. It worked out well for the Redskins.
Let's reset it. 6 fouls on St. Henry, 5 for Minster. So nobody in the bonus. 1 timeout for St. Henry, 2 for Minster. The possession able favors St. Henry. St. Henry with the most important 3-point lead with 50 seconds to go.
Yeah, it's called take care of the basketball and make your free throws probably. As Minster, though, can play somewhat aggressive.
Niekamp loses a handle.
Second turnover of the quarter.
And Minster with a basketball, down by 3. Right now they just need a basket. Doesn't have to be a 3. Hybrink picks up his dribble. Wildcats have 2 timeouts. Kettner will drive, blocked by Kanapke.
Nice defensive play by Jay Kanapke. Waiting for, after Kettner got by him, just timed it nicely. Voids the foul, but the block from behind is back to live action goes. The ball stays inbounds for the Wildcats.
Down to 24 seconds. Hybrink off a screen. There's a foul before the shot. Offensive foul. Illegal screen called against the Wildcats.
21 seconds left. Minster commits their first turnover on the foul, but remember, they have 6 fouls now, so the next one put the Redskins in the bonus, and You can't play defense too long. You need the ball back, and they're going to look like they're fouled right away, maybe.
Tiemann, there was a timeout before that as St. Henry calls their last timeout as Tiemann was trapped in the corner.
Yeah, that was a bad spot for Tiemann, and luckily Rosenbeck burns his last time out to save the possession.
So 44-41, just to reset that. Minster had the ball. Kettner drives to the hoop. Kanapke blocks it out of bounds. They inbound it. They tried to do a set play. They had a screen, Hypering coming off a screen, one of their best three-point shooters, an illegal screen, moving screen, if you will, called. So,
and then St. Henry gets the ball in bounds. Minster, it's one of them plays. How long do you run clock before you'd like to get a steal without fouling? They had a trap down in the corner, and Coach Rosenbeck didn't like the odds. If his team panics down there and gives it up, it's a sure bucket probably for the Wildcats. So he burns his final timeout. So now St. Henry with none. But you got to think with just 17, basically 18 seconds left, Minster can't play defense, going for the steal too much. You're going to have to finally foul, especially if St. Henry gets it into the front court.
I'd say you go about no more than about 5 seconds.
Yeah, you'd love to get, like I said, a turnover without the clock, without free throws, but.
Here we go. They're able to get it into Kanapke, and he is fouled. So this will be a 1-and-1.
Just a couple seconds, runs off the clock, 15.8 left. Salazar picks up his second foul. Kanapke 63% from the line. It'll be a 1-and-1. This will be our first bonus free throw of the night. Everything else has been 2-shot fouls, I think.
Kanapke makes it a 2-possession game.
Pretty sure this is the first. Everything else has been shooting fouls.
And he hits a pair.
4 big points for Jay Kanapke in this quarter.
Wildcats need to score quickly here, down to 13 seconds. Kettner trying to make something happen. Gets the ball back, throws up a 3. That is short, rebound by Tiemann. And it's looking pretty good for St. Henry.
Yeah, not much time left. Kanapke hit big free throws the last possession, and again, St. Henry's defense just not letting Minster any open looks here when they needed a 3. Really did the best sticking on Kettner, made it very difficult for him to get a shot off.
5-point lead for 4. This is another 1-and-1, this time by Tiemann. And he hits it. How many threes has Minster hit tonight?
They had
1 in the first half.
1 in the first half, 1 in the third, and 1 in the fourth, so 3 unofficially.
Tiemann hits a pair. They'll inbound it to Kettner. He'll put up a last shot, and that will end it. The final score in a good district semifinal action is a St. Henry Redskins 48, Minster 41 on our First National Bank scoreboard. We'll come back. We'll wrap it up with the final numbers here on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Take your game day party to the next level with a new TV and Sonos sound system from Fowler's TV in St. Mary's. A Sonos sound system takes all the action into every room of your home and outdoors. Break your home into zones and control the content and level right from your phone or tablet, enabling you to enjoy the game, or not, with the touch of a finger. Add a security camera system connected to your TV from Fowler's, and never leave another friend stuck outside in the cold. Fowler's TV, taking game day to the next level.
PSG Automotive Outfitters, your truck accessory headquarters.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Final here in the district semifinal on our First National Bank scoreboard. The Redskins defeat the Wildcats in a thriller, 48-41. With the first half numbers, Mr. Jeff Henson.
Well, with the game numbers here, it was a very physical basketball game, and took a little bit for each offense maybe to get rolling, but here's the final numbers. St. Henry Redskins on your left, 15 of 53 from the field. Minster 13 of 49. Neither team really shot the three-point ball that well. St. Henry 4 of 15. Minster just 3 of 15, well below their season average. Free throws, both teams very good from the charity stripe. St. Henry 14 of 15, Minster 12 of 14. Rebounding margin in favor of the Wildcats, 39-30. Unofficially, I had the Wildcats down with 7 second chance points compared to 4 for St. Henry, so Minster wins that battle a little bit. And the turnover margin, St. Henry, super job, just 4 turnovers in the game. Minster not too bad either. They only had 8, but a very physical game. The Wildcats bounced back. They were down by 10, made it very entertaining at the end. St. Henry made some big plays. Just off the top of my head, Ben Evers and Jay Kanapke in the fourth quarter. 2 guys you didn't maybe expect to make the big play. They did, and they kept St. Henry in front of Minster.
St. Henry goes to 21-3 on this season. Minster ends their season at 16-8, and I've had the opportunity to see St. Henry several times this year, and that's what they do. They do a lot of the little things right, and they have a different player that seems to step up. They have a lot of good players, and you never know who's going to be the big plays. You mentioned Evers and Kanapke on top of Caden Niekamp had a big game, as well as Zach Niekamp as well had a lot of big shots.
Yeah, they did, and there's little, not the little guys, but when you're so balanced, you have a lot of guys that can do a lot of things. It just helps your offense run, and tonight Niekamp finishes with 16 points for the Redskins, 12 from Zach Niekamp, 5 from Jay Kanapke. Remember, he had 4 big ones. Not only that putback bucket on the rebound, but 2 free throws as well. So he scored 4 of his 5 points in probably the final couple minutes of the game. Big possessions for him. Ethan Tiemann with 4, Sam Hardings with 4, Andrew Lange with 3. Ben Evers just 2 points. Again, those came when they had that spread offense late in the game. Big buckets, big points for the Redskins then. Riley Link for 2. 8 guys score. You said they played about 9, so and not all of them scored a lot, but boy, they made some big plays. And Niekamp got hurt late in the game. We hope he's okay. He finishes also with 8 rebounds on the night, so that's St. Henry scoring.
Now for Minster, we talked, they have 6 seniors on this team. Very good season. They finished the year 16-8. Always a tough way to lose. They were playing their best basketball, but unfortunately, in these type of games, somebody has to lose.
Yeah, and it's the last 2 losses of their season have come against the St. Henry Redskins. So, a tough opponent, no doubt, and they played well. Didn't shoot the ball probably as well as what they wanted to, especially from beyond the arc. But give credit to the St. Henry defense. Like you mentioned, they were always in Minster's face. Even the inside game, there was a lot of contact going on, tough to get good quality shots. But boy, Minster battled back. Like I said, it was down to a 1-point game, I think, or a 3-point game for sure late. And there for a while, I thought maybe St. Henry was going to open it up, maybe win by double figures and such. But the Wildcats hung in there. A big part of hanging in there for them was Jared Schultze, 15 points, 7 rebounds, 5 blocked shots. Also scoring tonight, Michael Kettner with 11, Jack Heitbrink with 9, Cody Frerichs with 4, Justin Nixon with 2 for the Wildcats, 41 points.
We'd like to congratulate the 6 Minster seniors on their career. Cody Frerichs, Jack Heitbrink, Noah Eneke, Mike Kettner, August Bainlang, and Jared Schultze. Congratulations on a great career. A lot of them 3-year starters. Wish them good luck in the future. And also our player of the game tonight, the big guy, number 50, Jared Schultze.
Yeah, I mentioned his numbers already. I'll mention them again. 15, 7, and 5. 15 points, 7 rebounds, 5 block shots. And, he had a tough defender against him tonight in Caden Niekamp. Those 2 went at it. A lot of contact, and he's able to chip in a lot there at the end on the offensive rebounds that they did get. So a fine performance from Jared Schultze.
Congratulations to Jared Schultze and the Minster Wildcats, and congratulations to St. Henry Redskins. They will go on They will come back on Friday night. They will play the winner of this next game between the Marion Local Flyers and the Lima Prairie Commodores, and we'll have that coming up here on NKTelco Sports. For my partner, Jeff Henshin, my director, Bryce Hamrick, and Michael McIntyre, on camera, Mark Fissel, Paul Downing, and Kurt Kufter, I'm Dave Konecki. Thanks for watching on NKTelco Sports.